Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Hope you're well. This is going to be a very quick live vlog, let's say, because I've got tons of messages coming in, not only work stuff, but obviously stuff that we put out on social media today. So this is going to be a quick one, but I just wanted to check in just to say, what are your thoughts on this? What is going on? Because bring that back up there. There you go. Your thoughts, Q&A, Man City Fan TV Live, as it says on the roll bar there. What the hell is going on in football? If you've not seen the video, please go over and watch the video that I did earlier today. I'll try and get the link if you haven't seen it. I know some of you have commented, I won't say many, but some of you have actually commented on the video and made your comments clear with regards to what you think about it. So, yeah, it's certainly last night. There are things, there's a link to the video that I posted this afternoon. So far, it's got nearly 400 views that I posted, I don't know, 3-4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Go over and have a look at it. It's all about what really went on with the early hours postponement of the Man City game tonight that was allegedly going to go ahead tonight. Doesn't make sense. Really doesn't make sense whatsoever. So I'm not saying people are lying. I'm just saying there's a little bit of misinformation or a lack of information as to what's really happening, because it just doesn't make sense with regards to what the statements are saying. So yeah, it is what it is. Let me see who's on. Cody, big Man City fan. Yo, how are you? Cavill and Dan. Theo Martin, well, it's me. Cody, when is it going to start? It started. Creeber, hello guys. Sorry that I haven't been tuning in recently. Don't worry, mate. Tom Hudson, Evening Blues. Hope everyone is fit and healthy. Yep. Leonard, London, evening all. I'll tell you what's going on. Little Poolians have to wait for another 30 years. Hope you and your family are well. They are well, yeah. Having big arguments over them at the moment with regards to travel with my oldest lad. Yeah, well, it's still ongoing, and I'm sure it will do for the rest of the night after this vlog. Cody says, honestly, this coronavirus is a disgrace. What do you mean by that? Carbon and Dell, I didn't take this coronavirus seriously till my cousin, who's in the army, he's on leave, and he said the airports are crazy. Creamer football may well be played behind closed doors for the rest of the season, or will be cancelled altogether. Yep, could easily be and should be, in my opinion. Imagine Liverpool lifting a trophy to an empty stadium. Yeah, if it gets that far. Good evening, peasants. Ivor, how are you? I've seen that stadiums will close to the public, but season ticket holders can still go. I doubt that, mate. I don't know where you got that from. Hope that's true, Cal. I doubt it. I don't think they're just going to allow X amount of people, because let's face it, the bans are saying 100 people, 100 people. So are you at the top of the list of 100 people who could potentially get into a large environment? Unless you are, you ain't going to be going watching football, that's for certain. Leonard London, let's just Liverpool win the league mathematically and the season goes suspended after, about who would be top four and who would be relegated. My bet this season will be null and void. Yeah, Tom saying we should get a refund though. Evening Blues, hope everyone is well. Good vlog earlier. Personal thought, I don't think as either, I would say peasants aren't being told the truth. An Everton fan page shared it. Yeah, I mean the whole argument with regards to somebody posted, it was Virginia Blues posted on my Twitter account earlier, below the video that I posted that I did earlier this afternoon, saying about one thing or another, and maybe we should just close it down now and Liverpool get the league. The thing is that if we close the season down now, right now, well, one, Liverpool haven't amassed enough points to be crowned champions. And we don't know what's going to happen with the top four as it stands at the moment, because there are still plenty of places to play for. City are not guaranteed second. And with regards to the bottom three, you look at the likes of Villa, and Norwich and others, Why should they go down when they've still got a chance of staying up? And the difference in funding would be huge because the likes of Villa, Norwich, etc., if they were automatically, if the season finished this weekend, they would lose like £120 million. But if we finished the season and they went down, that means we crown Liverpool the champions when mathematically they're not champions, which means they make 80 to £100 million on everything, including prize money and advertising and things like that. How is that fair? It's not fair on anyone. Certainly not the teams that are struggling at the moment for finances in the bottom three. So for me, you cannot close the season down as it stands at the moment and announce one team has won it. And this is not a go at Liverpool. So please, Liverpool fans, don't think that. I'm not saying that. I'm trying to think of the whole dynamics here in an adult, sensible way. Is that you can't pronounce one team to be the champions when they've not, let's face it, amassed enough points yet to be champions, and then demote three teams that potentially could quite easily stay in the Premier League and lose 120 million quid by going down there and promoting people into three teams into the Premier League. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. So I cannot see that happening because I think it'll be challenged one way or the other. Because let's face it, if you're Chelsea, or you're Arsenal, or you're Tottenham, or you're Sheffield United, Wolves, or United, if it was to finish now and say, right, well, that's it, Liverpool are champions, City are second, Leicester are third, Chelsea are fourth, you'd be going, hold on a minute here. Chelsea, we could overtake Chelsea quite easily in the final, 7, 8, 9 games, easily. How can they be given a top four spot? It just wouldn't work. It just would not work. What's going to happen? I have no idea. What I will say, is this, is that I think, and I've read a lot about this, and obviously I have to read an awful lot about this COVID-19 virus because across, and not just in the UK, but across Europe, because that's where mainly my business takes me. And I have to keep up to date every single day about it, hence why I put the Worldometer check-in, and I see today, after I'd done the video, that another 60 odd cases were announced today, and that is nothing. That in the coming weeks is going to jump to hundreds every day. That's the way it's going to go. Just like Spain, just like Italy, it's the way it's going to go. We're nowhere near hitting peak levels yet, but to turn around and claim that it should be over and finished right now, no, it shouldn't be. Whether it should be over and finished right now, end of story, and we move on, or whether it should just be postponed and suspended right now, and then we see where it goes in May, and then maybe in the summer we resume the Premier League fixtures. I've got no idea on that. But certainly you cannot finish it now and demote three teams like the likes of Villa and Norwich, etc., and then crown somebody champions. I mean, it's just not. It definitely does not work. It can't be done. It's that simple. But anyway, the next question is, what if it gets cancelled? I mean, there's the Euros. The Euros. How is the Euros, which Ceferin said, and I said this in the video, Ceferin claimed is going to be, it's definitely going ahead. How does he know where the COVID-19 virus is going to take hold of, which countries? It's been spread over 12 destinations in the summer. How does he know? How can he possibly claim it's going to be there and it's going to be continued and it's going to be this, that, and the other? It's garbage. It's absolute nonsense. And people say, it's scaremongering. No, it isn't scaremongering. Before I come back to your comments, I'm going to show you something because this is going to be a quick vlog. I've got my own personal home life issues with my lad going away that I need to deal with. So, but before I do, I want to, let me just see. Yes, I'll put this up here. This is something, and I implore every single one of you to go and read this in full. And if this doesn't frighten you, because I've heard and I've read so many childish, really childish. These are from adults, they're not from kids. So these are from adults going, oh, it's just like the flu, blah, blah, blah. I mean, how thick, how stupid are these people? Oh, yeah, it only affects the old people, oh, blah, blah. I mean, just their mentality is quite frightening, and no wonder our country is in the state that it is when we've got people who make comments like that. I want you to read the impact that this virus is having on an area like Italy, which could quite easily become the UK in 3, 4, 5 weeks' time. Easily, quite easily, if we don't do something about it quickly. This is from the front line. And this was something that Gary Lineker retweeted from Piers Morgan, that he retweeted. And I looked at it and I read it, and it is absolutely frightening when you read what it's like being a front line, right at the forefront of this coronavirus epidemic in Italy. And not only about trying to treat old people, young people, but the massive effect it is having on the healthcare system, which means operations are being cancelled for younger people, teenagers, people in their 20s, 30s, things, and resources are being so stretched because of this, because they're having to deal with real life and death emergencies because of it. So when people say, "Oh, it only affects the old," it only affects, yeah, you might get it if you're young and in your teens, and you might get it if you're in your middle age and whatever. But if you have to go to a hospital, if you have to do this, if you have to do the other, it has a massive effect on the infrastructure, on the whole planning, on the whole sort of, reactionary forces that have to deal with this and then make decisions which are time consuming to deal with it. So this, if you haven't seen it, here is the tweet. And I implore you to go over and read it. Go over and copy, Yasha Monk. And it says there, the Italian College of Anesthesia, Analgesia, Resuscitation and Intensive Care just published the most extraordinary medical document I've ever seen to help people from Germany to America understand what we're about to face. I'm publishing translated extracts here. And he is, this is translated from Italian into English. And it says here, just very quickly, what you can see on the screen. His background: a week ago in Italy had so few cases of corona that it could have give each stricken patient high quality care. Today, some hospitals are so overwhelmed that they simply cannot treat every patient. They are starting to do wartime triage. Now, this is honestly, go over, follow this guy, or go over and look at Aviation Blue. I've retweeted this today. Please go over. I implore you to go over and read this, because this is what it is like on the front line when an epidemic like COVID-19 takes hold. We are not at that stage yet. Please, I'm not trying to scaremonger here. We're not at that stage. But unless we do something about it, we could quite easily, within a week or two, be at the stage where they're happening. And it's not to do with young people getting it. Hence my argument with my lad about now deciding he wants to go to Prague. And he's going to book to go to Prague after we had this discussion last night. So there you go. Go over and take a look at it. Go over and check out the video. Like, I posted the link. Go over and check out the video about tonight's game being cancelled against Arsenal. It's just something doesn't ring true. It really doesn't, and I think there's more to it. That's my opinion. So I'm going to quickly read your comments, and then this is a very, very quick vlog. I've got my own personal stuff that I need to crack on with. I'll try and convince my lad not to go to Prague in the next couple of days. So imagine Liverpool lifting the trophy. We've done that. Leonard, let's just Liverpool win the league. Mathematically, the season goes suspended. Nope, done that. Yes, Tom, saying we should get a refund. Evening Blues, yeah, we've done that. Cablo, I never fan page shared it. Thank you. Tom Hudson, think City are not giving our money back. Don't know about Everton. They are just going to put money of the remaining games of our season tickets next year so they don't lose money. Krieba, 2020 is going to be very boring and weird year for most of the world. I think that's the least of the problems. I think I'm more worried about the infections and how it's going to affect everything else. It's affecting my business, certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, because I'm in aviation. So I've seen the forefront of what's happening. And I'm in touch with people all over Europe with regards to what this is happening, what's happening, and what it's like, and the effect it's having, not just on the individuals, which is heartfelt, and you're concerned about individuals and people dying and things, but it's like business, small business, big business, everything that's having a massive effect. And what we're seeing here in the UK, and we're seeing the numbers that are being posted, is nothing compared to what's coming. The thing is, though, if it does go ahead with stadiums closed, the TV matches should be free. Irrelevant, because that ain't going to happen, mate. London, Everton could do the league a favour, beat Liverpool. Exactly, Leonard said. Leonard, away where City don't have to refund everyone, but don't anger the fans either. Live sporting events are going to be banned from broadcasting in pubs. Yep, they are. That's the rumour. Just give the league to Everton. This pandemic is more important than football or any sporting event. I agree, my mate Storm is spot on. Cody says, like cancel sport, like tennis, football, Guinness, Six Nations, all 5 games except Wales. Scotland, I hope Burnley game go ahead on Saturday. Match day revenue is essential for smaller clubs. It is, absolutely, totally agree. But then there are packages in place that the FA should be looking after. And the EFL should be looking after these smaller clubs. But it is down to money. Watch the video that I made this afternoon. The Home Minister has coronavirus. I know, how ironic. Come on, Atletico Madrid in their misery once and for all. Jose Mourinho wants the special one, now the Finnish one. Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV did a vlog from outside the Etihad today and raised a good point that hopefully one good thing to perhaps come out of this is clubs will now appreciate the fans. Doubt it. Yeah, very much doubt it. Tom Hudson, football or no football, I'd rather not watch any more football this season and hope that there isn't as many cases. In a situation like this, the welfare of the people matters more than the Premier League or the Prem. Well said, Tom Hudson. This virus is very relevant to those who have other health issues. I always take the piss because it's what I do, but the truth is it will probably kill someone you know at some stage. Again, Ivor, I hope that isn't the case. I hope that isn't the case. I'm supposed to see, I've not seen my mum now for like 3-4 weeks, but she has serious health issues. I've been away in Dubai and I've been in Latvia and things like that, and I've only been back 10 days. So I'm really worried of whether, am I out of that phase now where I could have contracted it? I don't know. So it has a massive long-term impact. It's not just about people going, oh, old people die, babies die. I mean, Jesus Christ, these people need to grow up and start getting educated about what's happening. The Euros will be cancelled. Will they? I mean, the thing is, if the Euros are cancelled and they push them back into 2021, well, haven't FIFA, FIFA got the this tournament that they're supposed to be doing in 2021, which is the next available time. And there's already a massive big debate and argument between UEFA and FIFA with regards to finances and competitions, and or FIFA want to make this competition and UEFA want to do this competition, and there's a massive thing about money. And well, if the Euros 2020 are cancelled, when are they going to play it? Or is it not going to be played at all? Will UEFA say we need to play it in 2021? FIFA will then come back and go, oh, hold on a minute here. We've got this planned and we've got nightmare. It'd be better off just to go, forget it. Let's just get everything out of the way, get back to normal, and then announce and give it a 12-month, we're going to do it then. In my opinion, all sports must be cancelled. Simple. Well said, Leonard. Reading reports of the medical situation in Italy where the UK could be in 10 days. Believe me, nobody will care what they do with football here. Absolutely spot on. The UK is screwed. Give it 10 days. Yeah, well, this is what we're seeing in the UK is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Or any football for that matter. Who gives a shit when people are dying? It matters when we get the virus under control. Well said, Tom. PM is being under immense pressure, bringing this country into self-isolation ASAP. Yeah. Only a few scientists have so far mentioned viral mutation. This could just be a start. That's another really, really interesting point, Ivor. Something I read about yesterday, which is a viral mutation. Um, too much. I haven't got time to go into that side of it, but that is another thing that we have to be really, the scientists, not me, but the scientists have to be really careful of. Andy, do you know how it's all started? Well, I mean, we only get the speculation that it transferred from animals in China in live markets to humans, and that's how it jumps, and then it spread. I have an article stating that this virus is like a mix of SARS and AIDS. Sports is a way of containing the masses. If there was a widespread ban, which is possible, and tension and panic within the country will lead to hysteria. Still maintain we are in the dark on this. I agree with that, Scott. The coronavirus is starting to get serious now. It is. Government are playing with innocent people's lives. I don't know whether they are, but they need to do something about it, Leonard. They need to start really thinking about what's going to happen next. There are two strains of the virus, L and S. One of them is much stronger. Ivor Creeber, AIDS, sounds like a ton of shit to me, pal. No chance. Pep Dynasty, we do have to do what Italy are doing. As I cough. I honestly thought Jose would do great. Spurs, how wrong was I? Yeah, I made jokes first. Got an out of hand. I never expected to get this bad. Government needs to drop Brexit and other things and deal with how to prevent this virus spreading. There's no way the Champions League will finish. It will eventually get cancelled. You know your business, Andy. How many folk are in airport together on a daily basis? More than any sports events. How many airports are in the EU alone? See my point? Oh, mate, you don't even have to tell me that either. That is my big concern with regards to my lad going away to Prague. And when I came back from Dubai, one of the biggest things that was quoted from internally from within aviation and things like that was, whatever you do, make sure that you completely sanitize before you pick up a tray at security. It's been tested to be the biggest contaminator in airports. Sanitize as much as you can before you touch anything like the trays, and then once you've gone through and collect everything, sanitize again. You imagine you're spot on in an airport environment. Forget an aircraft. In an airport environment, how many different people that you are in touch with, in coughing distance from, at duty free, in bars, just as security. You've got no choice. You can't move away from people. If somebody coughs, whatever. It is a real hotbed. And I'm surprised we haven't in the UK so far put in more restrictions with regards to testing going out, testing coming in. And it ain't happening. And that's a big worry. I fear for my cousin as he's stationed away from England. He goes back soon. Andy, you missed my comment before, did I? I do apologise, Leonard. I thought I read it out because I'm going now. Ivor says, I know they have already tried to mutate it as it's one of the processes of finding a vaccine. They're also not sure if environmental temperature plays a part too. They know some, but not a lot. We need to do what China has done, strictly shut down everything, says the Dalesman. Reba, one of my biggest concerns is going to be mass panic buying, which is going to get much worse. Yeah, it is, and it's stupid. It is daft. Certainly toilet rolls and things like that. It's crazy. I mean, if people just shop as normal, there should be no problem with it. But people just get this madness in their mind. If everyone just chills out and everyone just follows guidelines, there's no need to mass buy. If people put in proper precautions, basically the easiest way around it is just take a delivery to your home. Why would you need to leave the house then? Take a delivery. Let supermarkets manage and cope with, rations or whatever. Take a delivery to your home. You don't have to go to like Costco and things like that, where I'm going again tomorrow, but not for toilet roll. Go and do that. Let people come to the house who are tested, clear, wearing masks, whatever. If that's the case and that's how far you want to take it, let them come to your house and deliver what you need. Then it stops any cross-contamination or infection. Or transmission of it. And let's face it, 99.9% will be fine. 90% or 99% of us will be fine. But anyway, it's more about football. This is not really a political sort of speech. It's more about the football stuff. And I just wanted to come on just quickly and say, go over and watch the video because there is so much going on and where it goes in football and what the hell, as the title said, is going on in football and why the FA and the Premier League are not making some contingency plans. I know they had this meeting last week. It doesn't seem to have done anything. And then we have the City match cancelled tonight, and none of that makes any sense whatsoever. None of the facts or none of the statements make any sense whatsoever. It doesn't add up. It simply doesn't add up. Watch the video I put out today. None of the facts add up, and yet nobody has released any statement. And journalists and broadcasters are not questioning. Hold on a minute. Who are these people in isolation? Who are they? And why was tonight's game against City cancelled? For what reason? When most of the players played against West Ham on Saturday. You're now telling us that the players are cleared to play against Brighton on Saturday. Who are these players that are in isolation for 14 days? And why is today cancelled if they are in isolation? Or is there something more sinister? I don't know. It's weird. Doesn't make the facts, the stats, the dates don't add up. They simply do not add up until maybe they come up with a logical explanation as to why tonight's game was cancelled. I can't think of one. And today, Arsenal Stadium has been sanitised from top to bottom. So they brought in outside contractors to completely sanitise the stadium. Why would you need to do that if the players have been in quarantine for 13 days? Why would you need to do that? Why would you need to do that after Arsenal fans and West Ham fans have been in the stadium on Saturday? If all the players were perfectly fine to play on Saturday, and all the players that were infected, allegedly, have been in quarantine then 7 days, why would you need to come in and quarantine the stadium and spray it down? Why would you possibly need to do that if everyone who has been in contact with the owner of Olympiacos, why would you possibly need to completely disinfect your stadium? Why? Doesn't make any sense. None whatsoever. But anyway, quickly go back. And then the big one, hospitals. The biggest problem with hospitals is cleanliness. Treating poorly folk in hospitals is a massive threat. It's huge. Arsenal players will have a test on Friday. Hot weather doesn't kill the virus. It's nonsense. Creeper, I'm just saying what I've heard. Tom says, they are saying, Cal, that after these holidays, they're going to give us all 2 weeks off just in case of us. Any of us have been away. I know, but if that was the case, it wouldn't exist abroad. Scotland Spawn, either you don't knock 0.5% of the interest at the drop of a hat. They don't know more. Glad to see them looking after the self-employed in a budget. Yeah, and me too. Well, I don't know how much. We'll see. Nobody said hot weather will kill it, but temperature plays part. Andy, what is your next podcast, mate? Don't know yet, mate. Everything is up in the air at the moment with what's going on. We'll still be around. We'll be doing plenty of stuff. I've just got a lot of stuff on with my business at the moment. It's all over the place. So I'm having to deal with that and find out what's going on. Like I said, a lot of business has been cancelled or delayed from my side personally, which is costing a lot of money. But we have to deal with it. We have to manage it. And we have to just get through this as a country. So we'll do it. But anyway, guys, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. I just wanted to come on and just give you a quick update and sort of ask what the hell is going on with football? What is going to happen in the future? And yeah, why are Arsenal disinfecting their stadium? Why is the game tonight being called off when the facts that they've stated in their statement suggest there should be no reason for it to be called off tonight whatsoever, unless the government have intervened, unless the Premier League have intervened, and they know something that we don't know. Is the Etihad going to be disinfected tomorrow? We'll wait and see. But anyway, go over, check out the link on that I put earlier. Go over and check out the video I did earlier with some questions. Probably, like I said at the start of the video, it will probably raise more questions than give answers. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Hindy, do not believe they are being honest with us, and you should tell the fans when have they ever been honest with us, Brian? Hope everything is okay, your business, mate. Hope it's resolved quickly. I don't think anything is going to be resolved quickly, but hopefully, if the countermeasures are put in place and we deal with it proactively now, in a few weeks, a month, maybe we can get back to normal, and maybe the Premier League can be resumed. But if we don't do anything about it right this second and start doing something proactively and doing something about it, like Spain and Italy are suggesting, saying, how is the Premier League still going ahead? We might become the next Spain, the next Italy within the next 7 days, because this thing is only rising and cases are only rising exponentially every single day. So Premier League needs to step up, the FA needs to step up, the government needs to step in, and this needs to be a massive decision, one way or the other, what happens with football, whether we take a short-term look at this and go, oh yeah, we'll just keep going, and in 3 weeks' time, everything just goes because the whole country's in lockdown, or we put some measures in place now and we delay everything and then we review it again in 3, 4, 5 weeks' time. But way beyond my pay scale, way beyond my knowledge, because I'm not a medical professional. I'm just giving my opinion, my thoughts, and my questions as to what is going on. Why was tonight's game actually cancelled? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, guys, listen, have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, stay locked up, get your mask on, either get those 45s on. We'll be back tomorrow. This is Andy from Man City Fan TV. Go over and watch that video. And whatever you do, go and read. Go and read that link that I posted on the video earlier, to have a real understanding of what it's like to be on the front line fighting this when it takes a hold. But take care. We'll see you soon. Have a good evening.